Good evening, everyone. How are you? I hope audio and video is okay. Should I start? Hi, everyone. Good evening. Quick confirmation if audio and video is okay. I'll start then. Good evening, Gupta. Good evening, Rahul. Good evening, Shanshi. Good evening, Siddharth. Good evening, Abhinav. Good done. Good evening, Jaya. Oh, great. I think we can start the session. Good evening, Sonia. Before I start, how many have done? Uh, have you done part one earlier? Have you done part two earlier? How many have you done the classes earlier? So, part one, past one, okay. Start, you have done part two, you have done it. Start, okay. Part one. Have you seen the classes, Shriyanshu, for part two? Siddharth, you have seen the part two classes? Okay. Sure, no problem. I was just saying, if you are an old student and if you have seen the classes of part two earlier, uh, these classes may not be too relevant for you because law-wise it will not change much. I'll just keep adding few items, deleting few items. That's how I do it. If anyone, not only in the live classes, anyone, um, if you have already done the classes of part two, I don't think this is relevant for you to do it because I'll still go as per the new student because they are just not aware about how the law is everything. So I'll go a little slow for them. So if you have already done the classes, I suggest you to do, instead of doing the live classes, do the recordings, because in the recordings you have the option of watching it at 2x also. So topics which you have already done in the last class, you can quickly skim it via 2x also, and you will save your time. But if you have not done the classes, you can definitely do the live classes, no problem. Okay. It's just my suggestion. Otherwise, you'll unnecessarily waste your time in doing the live classes because again, everything we have done it earlier also. So that's why I would suggest you. Rest, I think majority of the audience is new. Any question before I start, guys, today? Any question anyone having? No? Great. Um, sure, Abhinanda, it does not matter too much. That's fine. Couple of things, guys. Sure, Rahul, don't worry, just see the classes. That's all. That's all the advice I have. Okay. Few suggestion I have, guys, since we are doing the online classes, guys, but still do it more like a regular classes, guys. Right? That means don't see it on the bed, lying on the bed. No, watch it properly on a table, everyone. Sit with, watch it on your laptop. And don't watch it on mobile, guys. If you have a laptop, please watch it on the laptop. Sit with a pen, paper, proper register with you, keep a Kelsey with you, right? Because I don't do the normal classes. I keep giving you over a period of time shorts also. I'll keep giving the various short notes also. So I'll keep asking you to take a screenshot also. I'll keep giving you flowchart also. So if you are watching it like a video, YouTube video, you will not find out value out of it. So do it like a proper regular classes. That would be my suggestion number one, Rahul. And to everyone, do it like a proper class. Otherwise, that's how you're going to find the value out of it. It's an online classes. I can't see you. That's why we don't enforce that you should keep the camera on because we trust you, right? You are watching the classes properly and it's good for you only, right? You paid the money for your classes. You should find value out of it. Otherwise, books is anywhere available. You can buy the books online also. So that's why I'm saying. That's why I'm saying keep making the screenshot, keep taking the screenshots, keep a register with you where you are writing all the notes also, guys. That's one, everyone. Second, is that necessary for you to come and prepare for any class? Absolutely not. Come clean slate. Don't come any dirty slates by reading a couple of things. No, absolutely no. Third thing, everyone, I don't want you to prepare anything, but please revise whatever we have done it. please revise. That would be very, very helpful. So we are having the classes on weekday, guys. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So on a regular basis, try to do it 15 minutes of revision. That's all you need. 3 hours of classes. If you have done 15 minutes of revision, absolutely great. So 15 minutes here, 15 minutes here, 15 minutes here, 15 minutes here. And the good portion is you are having full Saturday and Sunday with you. So please try to do 2 to 3 classes, 2 to 3 hours on a regular basis, guys. If you could do that, by the time the batch is over, guys, you are in a great situation to write your exams, guys. That would be my advice, guys. Follow this so that by the time the batch is over, you can write your exams depending on the availability of the slots, guys. Uh, I'll cover that. Abhinav, give me a minute, okay? Uh, Last, everyone, is have a better engagement in the classes, guys, so that see, it's a online classes, guys. If you have any question, if I'm explaining you anything, stop me then in there if you could not understand anything, or whatever the question I'm asking you, please be responsive in that case, because only then I can understand. See, I cannot see you. I don't know whether you are understanding any particular topic or not. So the only way for me to gauge whether you are understanding or not is via chat only, right? So it's better that let's engage via chat only. Whatever the question I'm throwing at you, please be responsive in that case. That would be very, very all right. That's pretty much it from my side. I'll take up your questions also, guys. So yeah, okay. Basic question, everyone. When anyone starts, I have not done the part one. Can I do the part two? It's like a movie. Can I, if I have not seen the part one, can I understand the part two movie? Absolutely, yes. Don't worry about this. I'll do as if you are a new student. You can easily understand what the part two. You don't need to worry about whether you have done part two or not. Part one or not. During that, everyone, maybe there are some topics which I have done in part one. I will keep referring them in part one. Let's see, this topic you have to see it from the part one. This topic you have to see there only. See, there are many topics which are common in part one and part two. Almost 4 or 5 topics will be common in part one and part two. I don't teach both the places, guys, because I have limited number of classes with you. I have almost 31 to 35 lectures with you. If I start repeating those topics, I will not be able to cover much ground. So whatever the topics I teach in part one, I do teach it in part two. Same with part two, I do teach it in that. I'll keep giving you a referencing also. So see this lecture number in part one, see this lecture number in part one. Go and have a look at that. Is this point clear or not? Haldin, is that point clear? You can do that, Abhinandan. Abhinandan's question is, if I'm doing right now part two, can I start with part one and part three? You can do that, Abhinandan. But don't do that. That I'm doing multiple things, but I could not finish one thing. हिंदी में we say that ऐसा मत कीजिएगा कि आप दो नाव में पैर रखे हुए आप और दोनों नाव डूब जाएं. At least clear one part. That's my whole point. That at least clear one part. It's not like you're doing all the part, but you're not clearing any of that. So one of the part should be very good enough so that you can write your exam. Depends how much time you're having, Abhinandan, how much time you can give to any part. So totally depends on that. So if you have time, you can do it. It's absolutely your wish. No problem. Okay. English, guys, fortunately or unfortunately, we have to keep the classes medium only English because there are many students who do not understand Hindi. So that's why I'll keep all the sessions in English only. But if anything is not clear to you, whatever I'm elaborating, whatever I'm saying is not clear to you, please, you can ask me the question in Hindi. And when you ask me the question in Hindi, it gives me a cue that I can explain you again in Hindi also. No problem. But I will not always repeat everything in the Hindi. Otherwise, it is going to be a translation class and we'll waste a lot of time. If anything is not clear, I'll try to explain that to you in Hindi, but tell me that it is not clear to me. You write in Hindi. Or maybe you can ask your question in Hindi. I'll reply that to you in Hindi only. But it's not possible to do the entire class in Hindi or English also, because there are many students who does not understand a single word of Hindi. So that would be unfair on them. Is this okay? Nisha, is that answer your point? Okay. Any other question, guys, before I start? No. Start. One point, whoever have done the classes earlier, guys, if you are redoing the classes, uh, For example, if I'm asking any question, please send it to me only, not to everybody, because there are many new students who are trying to learn it. If you have done the classes earlier, send the reply, your reply to me only, because otherwise they will not enjoy the learning process that much. So you answer only to me. Whoever is the old student who have done the classes, any new student, you send the answer to everyone. Okay? Not necessarily, Rahul. No need to do it. It's not a law as such that you have to do it. It's the same thing. If you want to foray into the taxation only, then you don't need to do it. CPA. Okay, right? Uh, Material which we are going to do it, we will refer the VGLD material. They have created that. And for the practice, I think you will have to check with the VGLD team what they are providing you. Are they providing you the LMS or access or what? I'm not sure on that. So you have to check with them. Okay. But during the classes, I'll keep doing the MCQs. So I don't think for practice you need anything right now, Jaya. For practice right now, you don't need anything. All the most of the MCQs I'll try to finish within the classes. Most of the MCQs I'll try to finish in the classes. After you're done with the batch, then practice from your portal itself. You have to check with your whoever is your no, Shranshi. Uh, you have to check Gagan with the whoever is your counselor whether you're getting the VGLT material or not. Looking into that. Okay, Shranshi, clear? Oh, great. I'll move, guys. If you have any other admin questions, we'll discuss it at the end of the session. Okay. Enrolled agent, guys. Enrolled agent. Are we going to learn sales tax? Are we going to learn VAT here? Are we going to learn any kind of a stamp duty here? No. Enrolled agent is all about income tax. Income tax. We are going to do the income tax laws. In US, we are having variety of income tax. We are having federal income tax, the way we are having central in India, guys. Then we have state income tax also. And then we have local income tax. Local can be city also, local can be county also. Are we going to cover all of it? No. Enrolled agent is all about federal income tax. It's not humanly possible for you to do the all state income tax because in US we have almost 50 states. Many states do not have the state income tax also. So we don't need to do the state income tax. We don't need to do the city income tax. We don't need to do the county. What we need to focus on the federal income tax. Is this point clear? I know many of you might be a chartered accountant, Indian chartered accountant also. I myself, fortunately or unfortunately, is a CA also. But don't try to link that this is what happens in India. Does that mean this is what is happening in US? No, it's an altogether different ball game. So please don't try to link Indian taxation with the US taxation. Rather, whoever is the CA or whoever studied direct taxation in India, guys, please undo your learning because it's an altogether different ball game. Wherever there is even a iota of the connection, wherever there is a slight connection, I'll tell you because some bit of Indian taxation, I also know that. I'll tell you that this is something what happens in India. Similar thing is in US also. But please don't try to connect that, oh, India, we have the indexation. So similarly, do we have the indexation in US? No. Indexation has a different logic in India, but has been introduced. Obviously, we can't copy paste there also. It's a different ball game there. So please don't try to connect the dots here, else you will not understand or else you will not listen what I'm saying it, guys. Your brain is constantly focusing on connecting the dots, guys. Brain is constantly is there to distinguish between both of them. Please don't do that. All right. All the CAs, all the people who have done taxation in India, please focus on that. Perfect. I'll move. We are going to discuss part two. What is the name of the part two? Part two is about the businesses. Business. So here we are going to discuss the various types of business entities, guys. Business entities, guys. Law does not say it. Okay. Law does not say it. But broadly speaking, what I have seen it, guys, business entity I can classify into two buckets, guys. First is known as DT. Second is known as PT. This is DT, PT. DT is double taxed entity. PT. PT is called pass through entity. Double tax entities and pass through entities. Any idea how many types the tax would be levied here? How many times tax would be levied here? In double tax entities, how many types that? Two. Two times. The name says a double tax entity. Here it's one time. Here is one time. I hope the point is clear. In India, our definition of double taxation is very different. Our definition of double taxation is very different. We consider double taxation whenever company, let's say this is the company is paying the tax on one item one time, and again company is paying the tax on this also. That's what, when the same person is paying the tax two times, we call that as a double taxation. Point clear or not? For example, any double taxation in India. Let's say I have done any transaction. Hypothetically, I'm taking it. On this, let's say I'm paying any income tax. And on that, maybe I'm paying further on that interest, I'm paying the income tax again. So this is double taxation. In India, typically we understand that on anything I'm paying taxes, I am the one who is paying the double tax. But in US, when I say double tax entities, I don't mean that one person will pay that tax. I'll tell you what is double tax entities. For example, guys, if this is a company is having a normal sales, company is having a normal cost, whatever COGS, rent, salaries, whatever they're paying it, and then comes their PBT, profit before taxation every. And on that, you are going to pay the tax. And then whatever is left, we call it profit after taxes, right? Now, this profit after taxes will go to the shareholders. Now, are the shareholder going to pay the tax on it? Shareholder will also pay the tax on it. US, we call this is tax number 1. Whatever the shareholder is paying the tax on it, we call it tax number 2. That's why such companies are known as double tax entities. Is this point clear or not? Everyone? What is pass-through entities then? Pass-through entities means if this is the company, again same, company is having sales, company is having cost, rent, whatever, and this is PBT, profit before tax. Now, this company does not pay the tax. If this company does not pay the taxes, then who pays the taxes? Shareholder of this company pays the taxes. You are going to say, you are going to pay this amount and give it to the shareholders. Shareholder are going to pay the tax. Is this point clear or not? So they will pay the tax on it. They are going to pay the tax on it. How many times the tax is levied? Tax is levied only once. This is known as pass-through entity. Is this point up till here clear or not? K1 is not double taxation. So this is known as pass-through entity. Whenever the taxes are levied, it is known as pass-through entity. Whenever the taxes are levied twice, it is known as double taxation. I'll cover all the questions later, guys. Whatever I'm discussing, is it clear up till here or not? I'll take your if questions all later on. Any doubt up to whatever I have discussed. Else you'll not understand what I'm saying. Any doubt, any question? No. Okay. One of the examples of the double tax entity is known as C corporation. C corporation. One of the example of the pass-through entity is known as S corporation, also partnership. These are the examples of the double tax entity and the pass-through. So in case of a S corporation is not going to pay the tax, then who's going to pay the tax? Who's going to pay the tax, guys? Shareholder is going to pay. Partnership is not going to pay the tax. Then who's going to pay the tax? Partners are going. Partners are going to pay the tax. I hope the point is clear up to here, right? Why such a weird name? C corporation, S corporation, guys? Closed company, small company. In India, guys, income tax is governed by under which act? It's governed by Income Tax Act 1961. Sivtaraman will come with some new tax code. We don't know when and what, but that's how it is till now. Under which department income tax will come? It comes under CBDT, Central Board for Direct Taxes, everyone. Does it come under which ministry? It comes under Ministry of Finance. In US, everyone, federal income tax. The act which governs is IRC, Internal Revenue Code. Now you know from where the Sitaraman is saying code word is this, Internal Revenue Code. Then it is governed by IRS, Internal Revenue Services. I'll keep referring IRS. That means I am talking about the tax authority of US. Point clear? Now, this comes under DOT, Department of Treasury. Whenever you want to take the screenshot, please keep taking the screenshot. I'll come back to the same question. Why do we call C corporation as corporation? See, in India, guys, if you are aware, there is a section called ATC. ATC, that means we can make the investment up to 1.5 lakhs. Then ATD, I can make the medical insurance for myself and parents. These come under a chapter. Are you aware which chapter does it come? Under the Income Tax Act. In the chapter 6A, I think 6A, 6 or 6A. 6A. It comes under chapter 6A, under the income tax. So if you go to look at the Income Tax Act 1971, there is a chapter 6A, you will find all the deductions over there. Similarly, everyone, if you go and see IRC, in that there is a subchapter C of IRC. Therein all the provision regarding the C corporation is mentioned. That's why we call it C corporation. Is this point clear? Any idea which subchapter S corporation would be governed by? Which subchapter would be governed as corporation? Subchapter S. Partnership firm. Partnership firm. Partnership is governed by which subchapter? Partnership is governed by subchapter K. It is not governed by subchapter P. But we don't call it K corporation. Okay, just for your knowledge, it is just for your knowledge, because generally people have the doubt that S means small corporation, C means closely held corporation. No, that's the rational behind. Is this point clear or not? I'll cover that. Govern LLP is governed more like C corporation partnership. So I'll talk about LLP, LLC, all of it. So Prajapati, have you understood this chapter 6A? Have you understood this chapter 6A? जैसे इंडिया में चैप्टर 6 होता है, आप देखोगे वैसे ही इन IRC is IRC is a code. It is a bare act. Point clear, Prajapati? Similarly, when you go and see subchapter C of IRC, when you go, it's normal like a subchapter C. You will find details about C corporation. Up till here, are we good, Prajapati? Same if you go to S corporation. If you want to know about the S corporation, you will go to subchapter S of IRC. That's it. Okay. Should I move, guys? Any question? Prajapati clear? For partnership, it is key. Okay, subject. Okay, quickly, I think I might have missed some questions. Quickly, shoot me your question before I start. Any question if I missed, quickly shoot. Sure, any question? I'm going to start a topic. I was confused whether should I not start with this chapter, but I think I should start with the chapter. It is little complicated subject. That's why I was little scared should I start with this or not. But let's start. I'll start my part two with this only. Because people initially might find it a little complicated, but that's okay. We'll go a little slow so that you guys will understand. The topic I'm going to start is going to be corporate distributions. You can go on IRS website and see that, Abhinandan. But I don't think it's helpful, Abhinandan. Indian taxation is altogether different. I have a quick conversation. Guys, when I ask you the questions, stop me there and there. When I start the topic, then don't ask the questions. Otherwise, it's just break the flow for everyone. I'll quickly cover that. India is a different point, guys. In India, everything is very well defined in the Bare Act also. In fact, I've done my entire CA by reading all the Bare Act, be it law also, and by CA, or the direct taxation also. It's very well defined in that case. In US, IRC is not very well defined, guys. It's not very well defined. They are having the forms, they are having the regulations, they are having various publications, which are very well written. In India, unfortunately, we don't have anything like this. So, would you understand the law by reading at the Bare Act? Absolutely not. You have to read the lot of ancillary material like the publications, like the regulations which they have issued in that case. That makes you understand much better. But should I start with the publication? Will I understand a lot of things? Absolutely not. You need to do the classes properly, the way we are doing it. Once you are into the practice, once you start working, for that, I think then it's going to be relevant. For our EA, it's absolutely zero helpful for you to do the Bare Act. Zero helpful. Though I have done my entire Bare Act, entire CA by reading the Bare Act, but that's why I can suggest because I've seen both the spectrum. In US, for doing your EA, Bare Act is not going to be helpful. But once you are into practice, you are filing the return for your client, then maybe you can refer that. But Bare Act is still not relevant. I hope it is okay. Should I move? Abhinandan, clear? Okay. The topic I'm going to start is the corporate distribution. And it is important topic. It is a very important topic. Okay. Topic in itself is important, and it has broader understanding because one, it is very much related with the S corporation also, partnership also. So in itself, this topic is going to be this topic is important, and a lot of connections is with the C corporation and S corporation. In fact, whatever I'm going to discuss, I'll take almost 3 lectures to discuss the corporate distribution, and whatever I'm going to discuss here, I might need that in the lecture number 22 to 25 also. So it is that helpful, guys. So hear me out. All the conversations are going to be very helpful for you later on. Yes, it is the first class, Bhavesh. But before I start the corporate distribution guide, I just want to cover a basic point, everyone, which is known as basis. Basis. What is basis? Many people who have done the classes earlier. What is basis, guys? Simple. In a very simple way, if I say basis, nothing means but my cost. Basis is again an important topic, guys. And in fact, entire part 2, I'll just keep discussing the various aspects of the basis. In a simple way, basis means my cost every. Basis means my cost. let's say everyone, if this person purchased the Tesla stock, this person purchased 100 stocks of Tesla at the rate $10 per stock. What is the basis for this person? $1,000. $1,000 is going to be my cost and $1,000 is going to be my basis. Why do you need the basis? Why do you want to know the basis? So that in future you are going to sell. I know what is my gain, what is my loss. Only then you can know what is your gain or loss. That's why you know this. Point clear or not, guys? Up till here, Abhinandan, clear? Can basis? Can anyone? Can anyone is having a negative cost? Can your basis be negative, guys? Haldin, you are not clear what is basis. Basis means, Haldin, basis basically means that whatever is my cost is the basis. So here I purchase 100 shares of Tesla for $10. So what is my cost, Haldin? My cost is $1,000. So $1,000 is my basis. The question I'm asking is, can basis be negative? Haldin, can basis be negative? No. Basis can never be negative. Can it be zero, guys? Basis can be zero, but it can never be negative. Point clear or not? Again, a very important point. I will need this point in lecture number 23, 24 again. I'll write this here, a note. Basis can never be negative. We'll see that, Prajapati, whether it can be or not. We'll discuss that also. Basis can never be negative. However, it may be zero. We'll take a screenshot. Done. Should I move? People, whoever is taking the screenshot, and please keep taking the screenshot, whatever you like this. Screenshot, if you're taking it, please take it on the PowerPoint because uh, because if you're pasting on the word, maybe the alignment will not come correctly. So if you're putting in the empty PowerPoint, I think the alignment will be okay. In US, we call cost basis. This is the technical term in the current area. Yeah. Cost is a very cost is in fact not the correct word, Prajapati. Right now, just for making you understand, I'm saying it the cost, but we still call the basics. In accounts, also, if you have done the US gap, um, uh, okay, forget about the US gap. We typically call the cost as basis. We also call it adjusted basis also. Basis adjusted basis. Same thing. Okay? We don't call it this is my cost itself. So it's the same. Again, this person is owning, let's say this person has purchased 100 shares, let's say Tesla, and you have purchased at the rate $10. If I tell you this guy is selling all 100 shares for $10, how much is gain or loss? I will write what is my selling price. My selling price is 1,000. What is my basis, guys? Basis is 1,000. I have no gain, zero. Zero. Point clear, Prajapati clear. If let's if let's say the buyer is having a change of heart, person says buyer says okay, take 200 more. Now how much is the gain? Absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. So can I say, guys, in a different way? Once you recover your basis, once you recover your basis, anything on the top of it is the gain. Can I say that? Once you recover your basis, anything on the top of is the gain. For example, in this case, this was my cost. Cost was 1,000. And I was telling you that we have sold for 1,000. So there was no gain. But if I add another 200 in that case, that's my gain. Same thing, everyone. Once you recover your basis, guys, anything on the top of it is my gains. That's why gain is this. Point clear or not? Same thing I'm writing in the words. We'll see the relevance of it later on. Once basis is recovered or becomes zero, anything on the top of it of it shall be them. Abhinav, as you know. Uh, what was the topic I was saying is very important, which we need to start. So what's the topic we were discussing that we'll start this topic today? Corporate distribution. Good. People, everyone, listen. Corporate distribution. Corporate distribution. This corporation, when I'm discussing about the corporate distributions, what do you mean by that? That means whenever the company is going to distribute anything to the shareholders of the company, everyone, we call it corporate distribution. I am discussing right now about the C corporation. Okay. I'm not discussing about the S corporation or partnership firm. We'll discuss that later. Okay. I'm right now talking about the C corporation. Whenever company makes the distribution to the shareholders, what do we call that in India? Company giving anything to the shareholders, what do we call that? We call it dividend. Absolutely. We call it dividend. But is it not exactly the dividend? No. Company is distributing anything to the shareholders, we call it Reka dividend. Right? So it is not exactly going to be the dividend. It is something which is not going to be the dividend. Then what is going to be this? What we are going to do here, everyone? What we are going to do here? Whatever the company is making the distribution. Let's say company is making a distribution of, let's say, $1,000. This $1,000 I'm going to bifurcate into 4 buckets, everyone. 1, 2, 3. I don't know what are these buckets. We'll see that. Maybe in the bucket number it is coming 200. Second bucket is coming 100. Third bucket is just coming 400. 300 is the last one. So total is 1,000. Now, maybe out of all the 4 buckets, everyone, these 2 buckets I will call would be dividend. Rest of these will not be the dividend. how to bifurcate, what are these buckets. I'll discuss them. I'll discuss. Don't worry about this. First, I just want to break that notion in your head, which is generally in our head, that whenever the company is giving, it is the dividend, shareholder will pay the tax on it. No, that's how it does not work in US every. It's a different treatment. I'll discuss that. Up till here, point clear or not? Anyone, any doubt? Quickly. Yes, no, maybe. Okay, great. Now, hear me out carefully. Hear me out carefully, very, very, very carefully. Whenever a corporation, whenever C corporation makes a distribution, guys. Let's say you are making the distribution in the year 2024. First bucket we are going to see, we are going to first see how much is your current year, how much is your current year earnings and profit. Earnings and profit. Whose earnings and profits am I looking? Am I looking the company's earnings and profits or the shareholders' earnings and profit? Company, not the shareholders. Not the shareholders. Point clear or not? What is current earnings and profits? It's very similar to PAT. It's very similar. It is not exactly the PAT. It's very similar to the PAT, everyone. That means, let's say everyone, company is making the distribution in the year 2024. I am just going to check here that company, whoever is making the distribution in the year 2024, what is your profits? What is your current year earnings and profits? That's all I'm checking. Point clear or not? Is the meaning of current year's earnings and profits clear or not, guys? Should I move? Second thing we are going to look here. What is the company's accumulated earnings and profits? It's very similar to the way we are having in India retained earnings, right? Whatever is your piled up profits, right? So, for example, this is, I'm looking for 2024 for the company. This is my current year's earnings and profits, right? And before that, everyone, pre-2024, I might have some piled up profits. This is something which is known as accumulated earnings. Before distribution, Abhinav. Everything before I'm talking. Up till here, are we good, guys? Yes, no? Third thing, everyone, I'm going to look. Third thing I'm going to look here, everyone. What is the basis? Basis of what? Basis of what, guys? Basis of, right? Basis for shareholder I'm looking. But basis of stocks I'm looking. That means, what is the basis of the shareholder? What is the cost of the shareholders I'm looking? Point clear or not, guys? Yes, no, maybe. Three things I'm looking. Come on, guys. Not clear, Siddharth? Oh, this was that. Basis, have you understood Siddharth basis? Yeah, so same cost I'm saying. Let's say, Siddharth, this is the shareholder. Shareholder has purchased the share of this company for $400. So that's the basis of the shareholder. Point clear, guys, everyone? Now, in the year 2024, S corporation is making the distribution, guys. How much distribution you are making? You are making the distribution of $1,000. Company's current year's earnings and profit is $100. Company's accumulated earnings and profit is 200. Is this entire distribution going to be the dividend, guys? Is this entire distribution of 1,000 to the shareholders a dividend? No. I'll bifurcate into the buckets. What is my bucket number one? Bucket number one is current year's earnings and profit. How much is my current year's earnings and profit? Quickly, guys. How much is current year's earnings and profit? 100. So out of 1,000, I have put $100 into bucket number accumulated earnings and profit. Point clear or not? How much is left? How much is balance? How much is that, guys? After reducing that, 900 is left. So I'll put it here. Accumulated earnings and profits. How much I'll put it here? I'll put it 200. Now how much is left? 700. Where the 700 will go? Basis. How much is the basis? 400. It is 400. In fact, third is not the basis. Third is return of basis. Third is return of basis. Third is return of basis. What do you mean by that? That means if shareholder is having, let's say 1,000 as the basis, and company is giving, let's say, hypothetically, I'm taking any value, 1,200. So I am reducing from that. Point clear or not? Reduction of the basis. This is known as return of the basis. This is also known as reduction of the basis. Point clear or not? So from not really a buyback. Buyback is a different, but sort of that you can say, Siddharth. From 1,200, I'm reducing from 1,000, I'm reducing 1,200. Can I say my basis is 200, negative 200? Can my basis be negative 200, guys? No. Basis can never be negative. Then what is this 200? Once you recover the basis, what do you have on the top of it? You will have it. This is going to be the gain. That's our step number 4. My gain is going to be 2. That's how we are going to allocate the buckets. That's how we are going to allocate the bucket, everyone. This is the waterfall, everyone. This is the waterfall we have to follow all the time. All the time. This is the waterfall we have to follow all the time. That means 1, current year, accumulated, base return of the basis, and the gains. First 2 steps, that means accumulated earnings and profits and a current year earnings and profit. This is going to be my dividend. Dividend for whom? Dividend taxable for whom? To share. To shareholder. Is this point clear or not? I tell you basically what we are doing it here, guys. Hear me out. Again, don't worry. I'm first time when you're doing it. What I have done it here, first of all, the entire law I have broken down into the steps. Entire law I have broken down into the steps so that you will understand it better with that. See, what we are doing it, guys. We are saying that how much company is having profits. You say current year profit is this, filed a profit is this. Current year profit, what are we calling the current year profits? CYEP. What we call the filed up profits? A. Point clear? So what we are saying, what the law is saying, that up to whatever the current year's earnings and profit you are having, or up to whatever is the filed up profits you are having, this is going to be considered as a dividend for shareholder. Who is going to pay the tax on it? Is company going to pay the tax on it? No. Shareholder will pay the tax on it, guys. Shareholder will pay a tax. Okay. If shareholder is paying the tax on it, why are we looking at the company's profit? That's how the law is. Law has been defined like this, that till the time the company is having the profit, up to that level, you are going to pay the tax on that. For example, I'm giving you a very different example, but maybe you'll understand the point with that. For example, let's say this is your father and this is you. Let's say your father is earning hypothetically $100, you are earning $800. If I tell you, up to whatever your father is earning, you will make the investment in the mutual fund. That means how much investment would you make in mutual fund, guys? Up to whatever your father is earning, you will make the investment in the mutual fund. So how much investment you will make in the mutual fund, Gagan? $100. Point clear or not, guys? Does that mean father is investing $100 in the mutual fund, guys? Does that mean father is investing in the mutual fund? No. It's just a referencing we have done it, guys. It's just a referencing we have done it. That up to whatever your father is earning, you are going to put it into the mutual fund. That's exactly what we are saying, everyone. Up to whatever is the company's piled up profits, current year profit, it is going to be considered as a dividend. Point clear or not? This profit, Abhinandan, you are saying, is it the shareholder profit or the company's profit? Is that what you're saying, Abhinandan? Guys, is this the shareholder's profit or the company's profit? Company's profit. So, Abhinandan, I started with this. Where were you? I started with this only. It is company's profit, not the shareholder's profit. Pay attention. Should I move, guys? Is this okay? This waterfall we have to follow all the time, guys. Let me practice with these 4 steps once, please. I'll show you the law and you will automatically understand why are we doing that. But first, let me do one question for your practice so that you'll get better with the law then. Current year's earnings and profits is $10,000. Accumulated earnings and profits, $5,000. Shareholders basis is $8,000. Basis of what, guys? Basis of what? Correct. Basis of stocks, whatever the shareholders owning. In US, we typically call it stocks, not the shares. I'm going to create the various scenarios. Here I'll talk about what is the distribution amount. What is my current year's earnings and profit, accumulated earnings and basis, reduction of the basis, and what is eventually going to be capital gains, and what is my taxable gain. Let's see that. Come on, guys, let's do with me. First scenario. Distribution amount is $15,000, guys. Every figure I'm writing in thousand. Distribution is $15,000. How much should I write in the current year's earnings and profit? Not 15,000. Not 15,000. 7.5. From where 7.5 is coming? I'm just doing that. We're going to just stick to current year's earnings and profit. Prajapati, how much is my current year's earnings and profit? Where is 5,000 written? It is current year's earnings and profit is 10,000 written here. 10,000. Rekha, how much is current year's earnings and profit? 10,000. So 10,000 will go here. Point clear or not? Guys, this point clear or not? Should I not write 15,000 here? No, because you don't have current year's earnings and profit 15,000. How much is accumulated earnings and profits? 5,000. How much is return of the basis? How much is ROB? 8,000. How much distribution are you making, guys? How much distribution? See, 15,000 you are making the distribution. Some bucket, it has already gone 10,000. In another bucket, 15,000, 5,000 is gone. Have you left with anything? No, nothing. So nothing will go here. Zero. Rekha point here, guys point here. Abhinanda. Because nothing is left here. So nothing will go here. Clear, Rekha clear. This is going to be zero. How much capital gains, guys? How much is capital gains? Nothing. When I don't have any return or basis, so capital gains is zero. In this question, what is my taxable dividend? Prajapati, I'll discuss that point. Okay, give me some time. Correct. Step number 1, step number 2, step number 3, and 4. Step number 1 and 2 is my taxable dividend. So taxable dividend is 15,000. Is this clear or not? How I'm allocating, guys? Yes, no, maybe. Let's quickly do it faster now. Okay. Second scenario. Okay, all the scenarios are independent. Okay, don't think second scenario is the continuation with that. Everything is different. Okay. Second scenario, distribution is 20,000. 20,000. Come on, how much will go to current year's earnings and profit? How much will go to current year's earnings and profit, guys? 10,000. Good. How much will go to accumulated earnings and profit? 5,000. How much is reduction of the basis? Reduction of the basis. 8,000, 5,000, 3,000. No, Rekha. 20,000 is the total. 10 is gone. 5 is gone. How much is that? 5 is there. So 5 will go. Point clear, guys? So this is going to be how much? 5. No problem. How much is this? 0. How much is taxable dividend, guys, here? Anyone, any doubt, please ask me. It's very difficult to repeat everything all over. Any doubt, Prajapati, clear? Third scenario. Distribution is 25,000. What is going to be? Okay, let's do that. What is current year? Come on. What is current year? 10,000. What is accumulated? 5,000. What is reduction of the basis? 8,000. What is capital gains, guys? Right? 2,000. What is taxable dividend? Same, 15,000. Is this clear? Shyamshi, clear? Scenario 4. 35,000 is the distribution amount. What is step number 1? Sorry, what is current year's earnings and profit? Step number 1. 10, 5. I'll discuss Prajapati all the assumed question. First do with me. 5. What is reduction of the basis? 8. What is last capital gains? Last question, quickly try that, guys. If the amount is 100,000, what is going to be capital gain? Just the capital gains. Ten, 5, 8, 13, 75. Is this okay or not, guys? Prajapati, what was your question? You were saying, what should I have it? Okay, you want to take a screenshot first? Okay, let's do it now. I'll do all the if and but. Guys, if the distribution amount is 2,000, please tell me what should be the value of current year's earnings and profit? 2,000. That's it. Nothing here, nothing here, nothing here. 2,000. Any other value? Prajapati, you were saying any value? Oh, let's try one question. Everything. Current year's earnings and profit, accumulated earnings and profit, and shareholders basis. I'll cover that, Jaya. Tax on the capital gains. is covered in part one. For company, I'll discuss it here, Jaya, capital gains. For individuals, I have covered in part one. For company, I'll cover it in part one. Okay. Current year's earnings and profit, accumulated earnings and profit, shareholders basically. Each one is 5,000, 5,000, 5,000. Distribution amount is 15,000. First scenario, second scenario, 20,000. Third scenario, 30,000. Fourth scenario, 35,000. Fifth scenario, 100,000. Please tell me answer in one go. Just capital gain. All the five scenario, please give me answer in one. Capital gains only. Capital gains in all the five scenario, one is 0. Try guys, only once you try, you will understand this concept. In all the scenarios, distribution amount is different, Prajapati. You mean to say dividend amount, Prajapati. Dividend amount should be same. Let's see that. Let's see that. Okay, 0, 5, 15, 20, 85. I think everyone is getting the same answer. Correct me wherever I'm wrong. Okay. So current year's earnings and profit, 5, 5, 5, finish. This is 15, no, 10,000. Because this plus this. So correct capital gains is 0. Correct. This is 5, 5, 5, 5. This is again 10. Now it is 5, 5, 5. And capital gains is going to be 15. Correct. This is again 10. 5, 5, 5. Comes to the 20. Again 5, 5, 5. And 85. I hope it is okay, people. Yes, no. Should I move? Company is making a distribution. Let's say $20,000. Current year's earnings and profit is $2,000. AEP is Nothing. Zero. Is it possible that accumulated earnings and profit is zero? One. Very much possible. Company is not having any piled up profit. Very much possible. Shareholder is having a basis of $5,000. Can you tell me now? I'll just say 1, 2, 3, 4, guys. Okay, because one is current year's earnings and profit, second is accumulated earnings and profit, third is reduction of the basis, and fourth is capital gains. Okay, what is one, guys? 2,000. What is two, guys? Nothing. Zero. What is three? 5,000. What is four? 13,000. Whatever is the balancing figure. How much is taxable dividend, guys? This plus this is my taxable dividend. Who's going to pay the tax on it? Shareholder. In India, who pays the tax, guys? In India, who pays the tax? Company or the shareholder? If the company is giving shareholder the dividend, who pays the tax? Company pays the tax. Shareholder pays the tax. Both pays the tax. You mean to say on dividend we are having double taxation in India? No. TCS is giving you the dividend, Siddharth. That means you are also paying. TCS is also paying. Only you pay the dividend. Earlier, company used to pay double dividend distribution tax, but now it is abolished. Earlier, it was abolished in 2018. Right? So it is only the shareholder who pays the tax. Okay. Step number 1 and 2. Both are dividend. Both are considered as dividend. Is that taxable? It is taxable. Taxable to shareholder. Step number 4, which is my gains, like a capital gains everyone. Would that be taxable, guys? To whom it is taxable? Shareholder of the company? Share. Step number 3. Step number 3 is reduction of the basis. That means I'm reducing my cost every month. I am reducing my cost every month. Is that taxable? This is non-taxable. That is something which is considered non-taxable. Point here, guys. No. This is reduction of the cost, Prajapati. It is not. Point here or not? Isn't it the third scenario always the best one? We'll have a break. Gavan, we have just started. Don't worry about this. We'll have a break in some time. We'll have 15 minutes break. With that logic, everyone will say third is the best scenario for me, right? Because obviously it is non-taxable. No. Understand this. I am reducing your basis. Maybe right now it is good for you. Company is making a distribution. $1,000. Company is having current year's earnings and profit, let's say $100. Accumulated earnings and profit is, let's say, $50. Let's say $500. And I'm having a basis as a shareholder, I'm having the basis of 600. What is 1, 2, 1? What is taxable dividend? You tell me. What is taxable dividend? 600. Absolutely correct. Very good. 100, 500. This is 600. I'm reducing the value of the basis. Otherwise, 600, people will get confused. Let's say my basis is 800. Okay. How much is the step number 3 for me? Step number 3 is 800. Prajapati. Distribution amount is 800, guys. Distribution amount is 800, guys. 1000. From 1000, I have allocated 100 here, 500 here. How much will come in the reduction of basis then? 400. Point clear, Rekha clear. Prajapati. 400. Is 600 taxable to the shareholder? Yes, taxable. Is 400 going to be taxable? It is not taxable. People will say, okay, this is very good. Majority of the things will come. No, please understand. How much was my basis in the beginning? 800. From this, how much is my reduction of the basis? 400. So at the end of the year, what is my basis left? End of the year, how much is my basis left? 400 is there. So gradually what is happening, guys? My basis is shrinking. My cost is going down, guys. So maybe this year I'm not having the profit, but going forward in the future, when my basis becomes zero, automatically I'll start having the more capital gains and I'll have more capital gains in that case. Point clear what I'm saying, guys? Yes, no, maybe. Right now, life is very simple, good, because I'm not paying the taxes. But in the future, I'll have more capital gains, guys, because my basis has gone down every month. So yes, so in a way, I can say it is a deferment of the gains. Later on, I'll have a higher, more capital gains. Right now, I'm saving my skin because of that. I hope this point is clear. Prajapati, clear? I'm just writing a clarificatory note in the step number 3. Step 3, which we also known as reduction of basis, or this is called reduction of basis or return of basis also. Of basis, it is also known as capital also, return of capital also, same thing. Everything is the same meaning. Sometimes we also call it non-taxable distributions. Non-taxable distributions. Everything is having the same meaning. I'll discuss that number. All the possible scenarios I'll discuss. Don't worry about that. Everything is having the same meaning. That means it is non-tax. I'm just telling you all the definition. Don't get confused if they give you in the MCQs. Don't get confused with that. Done, Prabhu. Company is making a distribution. 100. Current year's earnings and profit is $10. Accumulated earnings and profit $20. Basis of the shareholder is $5. Okay. Can you please tell me capital gains? By everyone. Step number 1 is 10, 25. So what is that? 65. It is going to be again. I have a question. Is that possible that in the step number 4, I'm having a loss? How is it possible? Let's try. When will you have the loss? You will have the loss when the distribution amount is high or low. Loss would be when the distribution amount is low. Give me any value, guys. Give me any value. Give me any value quickly. Low value, give me any value. Instead of 100, what value should I take? 50, 50, you're too generous. But still, let's say 50. Tell me 1, 2, 3, 4 in that case. One is 10, 20, 5. Still capital gains the one. Not so good value. That's so good, Prajapati. Let's do with Prajapati value so less. $2. $2. Okay, let's move that. Okay, let's do that, Prajapati, together. What is current? What is this in the current year's earnings and profit? How much should I write? 2. What should I write in 2? 0. What should I write in 3? 0. What should I write in 4? 0. What's happening? What's happening? No, it's okay. Any value now, somewhere in between should I take? 25 I should take it, right? What do you say? Let's try that 25. What is this? 10. How much is this? 15. 0. 0. Again, no losses. What is happening, guys? Why no losses coming? See, in this Bhavish, when the distribution amount is 50, then what is the value? 35, 15 only. The distribution, my distribution amount is 50. Guys, loss will happen. Here we are. Loss will happen whenever shareholder is selling the stocks. Is shareholder selling the stocks in the distribution, guys? Is shareholders? No. You are just getting the dividend. That's all. That's why you are not having the loss. Point clear or not, guys? Here. Okay. With that logic, I should not have the gains also. Agreed. With that logic, I should not have the gains. But that's how the law has been drafted. Law says it that whatever the distribution we are making it, if it is crossing, if it is something which is crossing all the current year accumulated earnings and profit, and the basis also, anything excess. In fact, the law says it, anything excess should be treated like a sale or exchange treatment. That's how the law is. Law says it, anything excess would be treated like a sale or exchange treatment. Sale or exchange means whenever I'm selling it, what will I have it? I'll have a capital gains. Since the law is speaking like this, guys, that's why in the step number 4, we are having the gains, not the losses. Is this point clear or not? Guys, is this clear? Should I move? Any doubt, guys? Prajapati clear? Sure, Jaya. What's your doubt? Step 4. I'm just writing all whatever we had the conversation. I'm writing that. There won't be. Jaya, you can write your query. There won't be any capital. There won't be any capital loss. It's complete. Distributions. We discussed that, Jaya. I'll discuss how you will be if you are having capital. That's something I will discuss when I talk about the capital gains. How will you adjust the capital losses in the companies? I'll discuss that. But still your answer, we have the capital loss in the subsidiary, how will the tax paid in the capital gains again? That's okay. Whatever the loss you are having, you can carry forward that loss and you can carry back also. So you will adjust with the gains. If you have paid the gains, that's okay. Nothing can be done with that. You can undo that. Should I move copy guys? I think someone asked me this last question. Prajapati, you asked? Whether you asked? Ask me. Individual taxation, Abhinav, for company and for individual everyone. Part one, I'm going to talk about the individual. Part two, mostly I'm talking about corporate side. Company's tax rate everyone. What is the company's tax rate in US, guys? 21%. Let's see, maybe Trump will reduce to 15% now. Let's see. 21%. Individuals will have two slabs, everyone. One is going to be normal slab, everyone. Correct? Where they will tax their income at 10 to 37%. And there are few items, everyone, where they will get the preferential slab. For example, LTCG, long-term capital gains, qualifying dividends, everyone. There the slab is 0 to 20%. In US, companies is not getting any kind of a preferential slab for LTCG. No, flat 21%. Point clear, guys? If you see, guys, this preferential slab is very similar in India also, guys. If you are earning any salary you pay 5% to 5% to 40% also tax. If I ignore the surcharge also, you are paying as high as 30%. But if I'm having the shares gain, if I'm having gains on the shares, now I'm paying at the rate 12.5%. Also in India, you are getting the preferential slab, guys. Point clear, people, what I'm saying? This is year 2023. This is year 2024, everyone. Current year earnings and profits, accumulated earnings and profits. Okay. This is 0. This is 0. Is this possible that both of them are 0? Current year is also 0. Accumulated is also 0. Yes, possible. Company is having current year 0. Accumulated also 0. Can they make a distribution? Yes. No problem. In that case, you can still make the distribution. Okay. If I'm having the losses here, I'm having losses here. Can I make the distribution? Yes. Still, you can make the distribution. I'll discuss the loss scenarios also, but I'm just telling you because generally people have the doubt that how come you are making the distribution? None of our business, first of all, but still you can make that. Yeah, cash. Any which ways, Prajapati, you make that. You're confusing. How do you make the dividend otherwise? You all the time you make the dividend via cash only, Prajapati. Even if you are making from the profit only, you still give that cash only. You don't get the profit. How do you get the profit in cash only? So my point, what I'm trying to tell you, it's not necessary the company has to have the profits, only then they are going to distribute them. Very much possible company is having the losses, they can make the distribution. Point clear? I'll discuss all of the scenarios later on, guys. Same here, coming back to this question. Both of them are 0, and you're still making the distribution possible, everyone. Basis, everyone. Basis of the shareholder, everyone, is $20. Distribution, what you are making every month is $100. Up till here, a story clear, point clear. Ignore 2024 for 2 minutes. Okay. Ignore 2024 for 2 minutes. Just focus only on 2023. Okay. Second, I'm saying distribution you are making in 2024 is also $100. $100 here, $100 here. Okay. Tell me capital gains. Tell me capital gains here and here. $80 and 100. So 1 and 2 both are 0. Reduction of the basis is this. Out of that, capital gains is 80. Again, here, this and this is 0, 0. Why? 3 should not be 20 here, guys. Next year, should 3 not be 20? No, please don't do that mistake. Here, it's finished. Then obviously, it has to be 0. That's why capital gains here is absolutely correct. I hope it is okay, everyone. Twenty 21, 2022, 2023. Current year and accumulated earnings and profit in all the 3 years, everyone, is 0. You are making a distribution here. Distribution here. 200, 200, and 0. Basis here, everyone, is 30. You have sold the shares of the company for 110. Can you tell me capital gains here, capital gains here, capital gains? So everyone, $70 to 110. Let's try it better. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 is 0, 2 is 0, 3 is 30. So what is 4? 4 is 170. Correct. Now here, this is also 0. This is also 0. This is 0. This is 0. So 200 is this. Now here, 0, 0, 0. Basis is 0 guys here, but I'm selling for 110. So this is, are the nature is same for all the capital gains? No. Here the capital gain is happening because I have sold it. Is this point clear or not? I'm saying. Let's try one more question. These tiny changes here. Distribution is 20. Distribution is 20. Basis is 300. You can't sell your share, Bhavish. Why can't you sell your shares? Who's stopping you? Obviously, you can sell your share. Who will stop you? Everything same. Your current year earnings and profit, accumulated earnings and profit is 0. Uh, in all the 3 years, every distribution amount is 20, 20, 0. Basis is 300 in the beginning, and you have sold the last year for $20. Tell me gains in all the three scenarios. Hi guys, why so less answers? Get this, I will trying the questions. I'm confused, guys. How can you have a loss? We discussed you can't have a loss, guys. You are saying that we are having a loss. Why are you having a loss, guys? We can't have the loss. You can't. You can't. Don't think that we never can have a loss, guys. Obviously, here, guys. Obviously, here, when you're selling your you'll have a loss, guys. Why not? Let's see. Uh, so right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 0, 0, 20, and nothing. 0. So my basis is now 280 here. Again, 0, 0, 0, 20 in the capital letters. Am I right? Well, I'm telling you 20. Is it not 20 in the second year? Yes. Is that clear, people, what I'm saying? Second year, we have not considered that. So, yeah. Last year, everyone, what is my, no, my bad, sorry. This is what's to it. There. This is 20 and 0. So, how much is that? 260 is that. 260 is that. So, now you are selling. My basis, net basis is left now 260. I'm selling for this. How much is my loss? That's it. Is this point clear or not, guys? Anyone, any doubt? People, any doubt? Okay, I'm going to stop here for a break also. But before that, anyone, any question, any doubt, please ask me, guys. I'll wait 2 minutes, then I'm going to stop for a break. Anyone? No, no doubt. Should I move? Okay, we can stop here for a break, guys. If you have any questions, guys, you can be in touch with me over. If you have any questions, any query, you can be in touch with me over the LinkedIn. I'm sharing with you the link also. Uh, you can touch me over the WhatsApp also, guys. If you have any query, you can find my number. That's it. You can touch me over the LinkedIn also. I've shared with you the link. You can search me on the YouTube also with my name, Abhinav Raparia. I am planning. I'm not sure how much I can commit on to that, depending on the time, guys. But I'm planning to start recording some videos in Hindi because I think some students find it challenging because we keep doing the classes in English. So classes I have to do in English only, but some topics, maybe the small topics, I'll try to record in Hindi and I'll try to put it on my YouTube, guys. I really want to help you guys because I understand some people understand better with the Hindi only and any native language, whatever you are having in that case. But unfortunately, the classes we cannot do it here, guys, because many people are not Hindi speaking. So I'll try to record some lectures, something in Hindi also, guys. Okay, I'll take your queries one by one. Is it possible to start the batch at 6:30? I'm okay with that if most of the people are okay with that. Can we start the session at 6:30, guys? Oh, yes. Quickly, guys, can we start the classes 6:30 p.m. daily? Okay. 7 is not possible, breakout for you. Difficult. I understand that, Rekha. Rekha, give some time. Most of the people are not going to be very regular. Uh, so automatically, whoever is the regular students that left, most of the people are watching the classes online. Today we have the first class, so enthusiasm is also very high. Right now, let's keep it like 7 only. Then after that, maybe you will also not be able to attend regularly. So we'll see. Whoever is more regularly we'll make the changes, whatever you guys say. I'm okay with 7 also, 7:30 also, 6:30 also. But let's see how many regular students are there. Once you have more stable students, I'll say as per your convenience. Okay? That's one. Second, someone asked me. Sure, Rekha. Remind me within a week or so, Rekha. We'll see after that. We have any material here. Prajapati, you speak with your counselor. Maybe they'll share with you with the VGLD lecture, VGLD reference material with you. So maybe you can read that, or maybe they are providing you line. You have to speak with them. I'm not sure what they're providing. Jaya says, is there any rule that shareholders pays capital gains taxes differently from the distribution? No. So Jaya's question is what we are doing in step number 4 and what we are doing in step number 4 and when what we are doing in step in otherwise capital gains are they same or they are different? Let me address that here. I hope people have not gone for a break. Um, 1, 2, 3, 4. Step number 4, Jaya, is going to be the gain. Okay. Now, uh, this gain can be capital gains. This gain can be ordinary gains also. This gain can be capital gains and this gain can be ordinary gains. When it is going to be capital gains, when it is going to be ordinary asset, depends as a shareholder how I'm holding it, right? Uh, okay, guys, stop typing with each other. Listen to me what I'm doing it. Guys, else you miss what I'm saying it. If I'm holding the, as a shareholder, if I'm holding the asset like a capital asset, then it is a capital gains. If I'm holding the asset, which asset? Shares, stocks. If I'm holding the stock like a ordinary asset, then it is ordinary gains. Generally, stocks are a capital asset. Again, I don't want to discuss this point right now, but since you asked me the query, most of the shares I'm holding it like a capital asset, right? Sometimes shares I'm not holding like a capital asset, I'm holding like an ordinary asset. For example, if I'm a dealer, I'm a broker, I'm a trader, then I'm holding the shares like an ordinary asset, then I'll have the ordinary gains. Point clear or not? Jaya, point clear or not? Again, this conversation, what is ordinary asset, capital asset, I'll cover that in part 1, everyone. Basically, simple point is what is ordinary asset? Ordinary asset, which I'm using it, ordinary asset, which I'm using it in my regular point. Guys, I'm deleting all the chats, guys. Listen what we are doing. We'll discuss all these points later on. Hear me what we are doing. Ordinary asset means anything which I'm not holding it for my investment purposes. Ordinary, I'm holding it. For example, I'm a broker, I'm a dealer, I'm running a shoe business, right? So whatever the shoes I'm holding, it is ordinary asset for me. Capital asset is something I'm holding for my investments every month. For example, I discussed the stocks. So if I'm holding the stocks, shares of the company as a capital asset, then I'll have a capital gains. But if I'm holding it more like a trader, I'll have the ordinary gains. Is this point clear or not? Anyone doubt here? Okay. So here, what Jaya's point was, this capital gains what we are having, and normally if I'm selling capital gains we are having, are we treating it same? Yes, Jaya. If here you are having capital gains and otherwise you are having capital gains, we are treating it same. But obviously, Jaya, if we are considering here ordinary gains and otherwise you are having any other uh, stocks which you are having it, then it is different. Point clear? I hope that answers your point. Yeah. Anyone, any other question if I missed any questions? Okay. Now you may share your link, guys. I'm saying just whatever we are discussing, then stop sending the messages to each other. Right now, you guys can send, you can make a WhatsApp group, whatever you want to do it, no problem. Okay. Send the message again, whatever you want to do it. Dividend calculated on the pad. Yeah. In US also same. If you see Siddharth, retained earning, sorry, current year's earnings and profit is very similar like a PAT. PAT is an accounting concept, Siddharth. If you see in India also, you don't pay the tax on the, you don't pay the dividend on the PAT. PAT is a accounting concept. In India also, we pay the dividend on the taxable income. Yeah. Okay, good point. Siddharth is saying, I'll repeat Siddharth's question because many people would not seen the question. Siddharth is saying the way we are discussing C corporation double taxation, isn't it the same thing in India? Absolutely yes. Absolutely yes. In India, if our TCS is paying me the dividend, TCS has already paid the tax on that amount, and I'm also paying the dividend on that. So if we are looking from that lens, it's also a double taxation. Correct? Should I move, guys? Clear? Great. Let's stop for a break. I'm going to see you guys at 9:10. Please join timely. I'll start then. Thank you. Hi guys, have you joined? Quickly confirm. Quick yes, I'll start then. Okay. Now, I have done few scenarios with you till now. I've done this is current year. This is current year. This is accumulated earnings and profits. I've done this is zero and this is some value is given here. Then I have done with you that here some value is given and it is zero. Then I've done scenario here also that it is zero. So all the three scenarios we have done. Now I'm going to discuss scenarios where it is negative, or maybe this is negative. So that means I'm going to talk about the scenarios of a loss. Can, in the case of a loss, you can make a distribution, guys. Can you make a distribution in case of a loss, guys? Yeah, can you? I'll discuss the multiple scenario. So let me just make a format for you. And then I can copy this. So whenever any company is making shareholder, sales, share, currently it's 90 profit, will make it 1. 10, 10, 45. Can you tell me what is capital gains? Easy. 10, 10, 5, 15. Is this okay or not? Anyone, any doubt? We have done many scenarios like that. We have done many scenarios like that. So I'm writing here, guys, just for the convenience, I'm writing 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And I'm saying, so this is the basic waterfall we have been discussing for so long. And here we are having current year earnings and A. If this is plus and plus, the waterfall we are going to follow 1, 2, 3. The waterfall we are going to follow here is 1, 2, 3, 4. That means I'm going to cover everything. All the elements would be covered. Let's see different scenario. If everyone, current year is negative 10 losses, accumulated is minus 20, distribution amount is 40, and basis is 5. What is going to be step number 1? What is step number 1? 0. What is step number 2? 0. What is step number 3? 5. What is step number 5? 4, sorry. Is this okay or not? Yes, no, maybe. So that means I'm not using step number 1. I'm not using step number 2. I'm using 3 and 4. Point clear or not? So that's why I'm writing. If it is minus, this is minus, I will use 3 and 4. You don't need to mug up this. You don't need to learn this, guys. I'm just telling you, just for referencing, I'm doing. Okay. Up till here, are we good or not? Any doubt up till here, guys? Anyone, any doubt? Should I move? Rekha clear? I'm discussing third scenario. Third scenario, this is plus 10, this is minus 20. Distribution amount is 40 and basis is 5. Now, are we going to adjust them every month, first of all? That means, are we going to net them off? Answer is no. How much is current year's earnings and profit then? 10. How much current accumulated earnings and profit? 0. What is 3 guys? 5. And what is 4? Is this okay or not? So what are we following here? 1, 3, 4. So if this is positive, this is coming negative, then what are we doing here? Are we going to adjust that, guys? Here there is no question, not applicable. Plus minus, what will I do? That is nothing here. Here it is going to be 1, 3, 4. I hope the point is clear, guys. Should I move? Let's do fourth scenario. Which scenario is that, guys? Which scenario is that? Scenario which is left, everyone. When it is negative, this is the scenario which is left when here we are having a loss and here we are having a gain. Is that okay? Yeah, we'll do that. Okay, don't worry. 40 and this is, let's say, 5. Take that. So scenario which I'm discussing is the fourth scenario. When current year I'm having the losses, total we are having profits, everyone. Scenario number 4. Or rather, I'll call it Prajapati. Listen to me, okay? If you were doing it, then why are you doing the classes? Listen to me, no? You'll miss what I'm doing. Stop typing, guys. Listen what we are doing it, okay? This is scenario number 4. Is that clear? What is the scenario number 4, guys? In this case, are we going to adjust them? Yes. Here I'm going to adjust that, guys. If I'm adjusting, guys, what is the value coming? Positive 10. Is this point clear or not, guys? So what will I do here? I'll say 0, 10, 5, and 25. Is this okay or not? Or I can do net here, net 10. Same thing. Is this point clear or not? Should I move? So that means, everyone, okay, there can be an alternate to that also, guys. What is an alternate to that? Yeah. Prajapati, clear? If this is loss of 10, everyone, I'll discuss that fraction. If it is minus 10 and if it is 8, are we going to, if it is positive 8, are we going to adjust? Yes. What is the net value coming, guys? Positive or negative? Minus 2. Minus 2. Then can I follow 1, 2, 3, 4, guys? No. Then what will I do, guys? I'll say 0, 0, 5, 1, 35. Is this point clear or not, guys? If I just summarize and add it here, guys, in this table, if this is negative and if it is positive, we are going to net them. Again, two scenarios can happen. This value is coming positive. Net value is coming positive. If net value is coming positive, then it is 2, 3, 4. But if the net value is coming negative, everyone, then what is the value? 3. Is this clear or not, guys? Everyone? Want to take a screenshot? I hope you have taken that. Now, why is that? See, I discussed with you. If in the current year, if in the current year this value is coming positive and maybe accumulated is coming negative, are we going to adjust that, guys, here? No. But if this value is coming negative, are we going to adjust that? See, the point is when we are making the distribution we are making in the current year. Distribution we are making in the current year. See, if we are making the distribution in the current year, if we are making the distribution in the current year, if the current year value is positive, guys, we don't need to worry about this. I don't need to adjust that. But if in the current year, everyone, when we are making the distribution, then it is negative. Then I want to see what is my net position coming. And accordingly, I'll make the what? Point clear or not, guys? Yes, no, maybe. Current year is everyone minus 20. AEP is 30. Would you adjust that? This is minus 30, minus 30. Would you adjust that? There is no question about adjustment. Correct. This is plus 20. This is plus 20. Would you adjust that? Again, no question about adjusting that. This is plus 20 minus 30. Would you adjust that? I hope the point is clear. Let's try one question to summarize this. Distribution amount is $60,000. Base is what we are having is $15,000. Current year and AEP is 10, 10, minus 20, minus 40, minus 40, 10, minus 20, 10. Tell me capital gains in all the four scenarios. Right? Everyone. Let's do it together. What is this? Distribution 60. 0, 10, 10, 15, 9. How much is this? 25, 20, 30, 35, 25. This is 0, 0, 15, 40, 10, 0, 15. This is 35, 60 minus 25. 60 minus 25 is this. 30, right? This is 0, 10. Am I right? I need to adjust. Should I adjust this, guys? Yes, we have to adjust. If adjusting 0, 0, then 15, and how much? Last one. Is this clear or not, guys? If I make this 60, what is the value of net amount of two amount? 10. No further appeal. Net amount will come. Okay, I thought you were asking 7 for one. Sorry. 40, correct. What else? How much is this? 50. How much is the capital? Is this okay, guys? Clear? Should I move? Any doubt, guys? Should I move? Anyone? No? I just discussed that there, that in the current year, when you're making the distribution, we want to know that in the current year, are you generating the profit or not? That's why. That's why we are not doing it if the current year you are having the gains. If the distribution amount is 10, basis is 0. Is that possible? Your basis is 0, guys? And current year's A 10, 10, minus 20, 40, 10, minus 40, minus 20, 10, minus 20. What is capital gains on all the forcing? Correct, because the distribution amount is very low. And all the same it is 0. So let's see. Would you net them? No, no need. So it is 10, 0, 0, 0. Second. Would you net off the second scenario, guys? Yes. The net amount is coming positive 20. So it is going to be, how much should I write in one? Zero. How much should I write in two? 10. Good. 0, 0. Should I net the third one? No. So it is 10, 0, 0, 0. Here, everyone. Should I net them off? Yes. Net amount is coming minus 10. So it's 0, 0, 10, 0. Sorry, 0, 10. Evidence is coming here by this. Should I net this last one off? Yes. It is coming 30. So it is 10, 0, 10. I hope it is okay, guys. Should I move? Jaya clear? Abhinandan clear? Whenever the company is making the distribution to the ship, is it mandatory that you are giving only cash? It's possible that company is giving any other asset also. Possible. Bhavesh, you should stop me then and there. Okay. Just move, then don't ask me the question. Otherwise, it just breaks the flow. I'll come back to that. Write your queries and I'll discuss that within the last month. Okay. This asset the company has purchased for $100 and you have purchased that in 2020. When you're giving this asset, then the fair market value is 150. Let's say in 2024, you're giving this asset. What value should I consider for the purpose of the distribution? 50 or 100? I'll consider 150. We consider 150 fair market value. We'll consider. Is this point clear or not, guys? Is that possible? Sure. Remember what I'm saying is it's not mandatory. Company is giving only cash. Very much possible. Company is giving asset also. Point clear? To the shareholder as distribution. Point clear, Vinod? So when we are distributing, two values would be there. One is your purchase price, maybe your net book value. And second is whatever is the fair market value whenever you're giving it. Which value should we consider? We consider fair market value for the purpose of knowing what is the distribution value. Is that possible? Company is giving cash also and the asset also. Possible. One. Let's say a company is giving the asset 50, sorry, cash of 50. Company is also giving the asset for which fair market value is $100. This is something you have purchased for $80. So what is the distribution value? Total distribution value. Correct. This plus this distribution value. Is this point clear or not? Yeah. Now I'm going to merge everyone, whatever is the negative, positive I have done, plus this fair market value, I'm going to merge that. So let's do that conversion. Company is giving the cash of $100 to a shareholder who's having a basis $20. Current year's earnings and profit is minus 20, that means loss. Along with this, everyone, okay, Company is having accumulated earnings and profits of $60. Company is also giving a property for which net book value is 30. Fair market value is 20. What is capital gains? Try, guys. It's a merger of both the concept. Try. I don't know, Prajapati. We'll see that. Okay, let's see that. First of all, what is your distribution value, guys? Correct. This plus this 120. Perfect. Should we adjust this, guys? Should we adjust this? Yes, because it is negative. Adjust amount is coming 40. After that, it's simple. 1, 2, 3. This is 0, 40, 20, and capital gains is going to be 60. I hope this is okay, guys. Should I move? Everyone, is that okay? Till now, I have done with you that company is making the distribution. For the distribution everywhere, I have just given you one value. I was giving you, it is $20, $50, whatever. I gave you one value. Now, is this possible, guys, that the company is giving the distribution to the shareholder? Maybe every quarter you're giving the distribution. Very much possible. You can give the distribution daily also. Your wish. So I'm going to discuss this scenario. Point here. So what I'm going to discuss here, guys, I will discuss with you multiple distributions. Multiple distributions during the year. Is this point clear or not? The concept is clear. I'll discuss how to do it. Now, here we are going to allocate current years and earnings proportionate. Accumulated earnings and profit, and after that also ROP, capital gains, and everything. In fact, this only. We are going to allocate chronology. I have no idea what does that mean. What is proportionately, what is chronologically? We'll discuss that. First, copy that. I'm going to talk more. Now, let's see now. I'll do one question. Let's please hear me out question carefully, okay? Company is making the distribution. Current year's earnings and profit is 2,000. accumulated earnings and profit is $4,000. You are making a distribution of $10,000. Shareholder is having a basis of $1,000. What is 1, 2, 3, 4? What is 4? Just every capital. 3,000. Right, guys. You will not get the next concept otherwise. Okay. Simple, easy, nothing complicated. What is 1? 1 is 2,000. 2 is 4,000. 3 is 1,000. 4 is 4,000. Perfect. That's my capital. Simple. This is nothing new. Now I'll discuss the new thing. Distribution which you are making 10,000. If I tell you guys, this distribution you are making each quarter. 10,000 is the total value. That means how much you are making each quarter, guys? Per quarter, how much you are making it? Correct? Per quarter, you are making 20. Per quarter, you are making 25. Now I will discuss here, guys, how to allocate everything. Oh, my bad. It is not 3,000. It should be 3,000, right? Correct? 3,000. Now let's see, guys, how I'm doing it. Okay. Let's see how I'll discuss one format. So see that format first, then we'll discuss it. So how much is the distribution amount, everyone, per quarter? 25. So I'm writing 2,500, 500, 2,500, 2,500, and total is 10. From this, what is the first thing, guys, we adjust? What is the first thing we adjust? Current year's earnings and profit. Now, total, how much is my current year's earnings and profit? 2,000. But 2,000, how should I allocate? 2,000, 2,000, 2,000, 2,000. That's how. No, it's the total 2,000. How should I allocate that, everyone? That's where the note comes, which you have written proportionately, everyone. That means how much each quarter? 500, 500, 500. Total basis will remain the same. Total will remain the same. This is going to be 8,000 and this is 2,000. Is this point clear or not? What is the next thing we adjust, guys? What is the next thing we adjust, guys? A. Guys, please stop me if it is not clear. It's not possible for me to draw the entire format for you again. Anyone, any doubt, ask me now, right now. Is this clear? Clear, Prajapati, clear? AEP. How much is my AEP, guys, here? Yes, Abhinav. How much is the AEP, guys? 4,000. But am I going to allocate AEP proportionately? No. I will allocate how? Chronologically. Chronologically. What do you mean by chronologically? Chronologically means as per the time, everyone. That means that's how you do. That in 2010, you have done your 10th. In 2012, you have done 12. Then you have done your CA this year. Right? With the time, that's how you go, everyone. So everyone, the 4,000, everyone, I will not allocate 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, 1,000. Then it is proportionately, everyone. What I'm going to do adjust here, everyone. proportionately we are going to not adjust here. So first 4,000 I'm going to adjust like this. Fully I will adjust that here, guys. 2,000. So 4,000 is the total. Out of that, first I have adjusted that here. How much is left? 2,000 I have adjusted that here. How much I'll adjust in the third quarter? How much I'm going to adjust in the third quarter? Nothing. Finished. Finished. This is going to be how much? We are going, Gagan. Sure. Bhavish, first send your chat to everyone, right? Because they should know what I'm answering for question. Okay? I'm going chronologically, Gagan. So I'm not going 1, 1, 1, 1. First, I will finish. I'll start finishing it one by one. I'll start finishing it rather than 4,000 entirely, Bhavesh, Gagan. I'll not do 1,000, 1,000. Then it becomes proportionately. The law says it, whatever is the accumulated, you will start adjusting it one by one. You will start adjusting one by one. So how much is total, Bhavesh? How much is the total value of the accumulated earnings and profit? Bhavesh, how much is the total value? 4,000. Out of that, Bhavesh, first I'll adjust with the first quarter. How much is the first quarter distribution you are having, Bhavesh? 2,000. So should I not adjust 4,000 here? No. How can you? When your distribution amount is only 2,000, how will you adjust 4,000 here? I'll adjust 2,000. So 2,000 I've adjusted here. So out of 4,000, how much is left? 2,000 is left. This I'll adjust here. Anything else is left in the 2,000? Anything else is left in the AEP? No. So 0, 0. Total is 4,000. Is this point clear or not, guys? Yes, no, maybe. Abhinav, let's finish the format. I'll discuss that all of you. Is that clear, guys? Everyone? If ignore this for 2 minutes, okay? I'm just making the second scenario. If my AEP is 1,500, how much should I allocate in the first quarter? 1,500. Then how much should I allocate? 0, 0, 0. Point clear, Bhavesh clear. If my AEP is 4,600, how much should I allocate in the first quarter? 2,000. Gagan, how much should I allocate in the second quarter? 2,000. How much should I allocate in the last quarter? Gagan, how much should I allocate in the last this quarter? Bhavesh, how much should I allocate in Q3? 600. Is this point clear or not? Don't come under the peer pressure. I just discussed that point, Jaya, with the Abhinandan also. Let me finish this. I'll discuss that. Don't worry about this. That's you'll not listen what I'm doing it. Okay. Is that clear? Yeah. How we have done is clear, guys. Jaya, clear. So how much is left? 0, 0, 2,000, 2,000. So it is 4,000. What is the third thing you adjust, guys? Return or base. How much is my return or basis, guys? How much is my basis? 1,000. In which quarter should I adjust? Third quarter. Nothing is left. Nothing. Nothing. How much? 1,000. Or should I do 500, 500? 500, 500. No. Again, chronologically, guys. 1,000. So 3,000 is left. Sorry, 2,000 is left. Nothing. How much is left? 1,000. 1,000. What is this? 1,000, 3,000 is what? You have told me so early. You have done the same thing in 30 seconds. I took so much time. So basically the capital gains will come here. Is this point clear or no? Whenever any question come like this, guys, I suggest you to first do it on the total basis. Then do it on the multiple basis. Because then it's a good cross-check point for me. Point clear what I'm saying or not? So that in case you have done any mistake, you can quickly check what you have done the mistake. Should I move if it is okay? People? Yes, no. Why are we doing that chronologically and this? See, the point is, if someone is giving you the if someone is making the distribution here, if someone is making the distribution here, let's say on 31st of March, someone is making the distribution, Jaya. On this date, would you be aware how much is going to be my total value? No. I will be taking whatever is the profits I have taken in this year, this quarter. Point clear or not? Vinandan, Jaya, point clear. Let's say this is 31st of March 2024. I would be taking this much profit of the current year. Yes, no. But would you be aware here about the accumulated earnings and profit or not? Yes. This is the last year profit. So I would be fully aware about this. Is this point clear or not? That's why I take the full value here. I'll keep adjusting the full value here. But here I cannot adjust the full value. I cannot adjust that chronology. Is this point clear, guys? Yes, no, maybe. We'll try one more question before we wrap for today. Company is making the distribution, guys. Distribution amount is 30. Current year's earnings and profit is 15. Accumulated earnings and profit is 10. Basis everyone of the shareholder is 2. Can you tell me what is the capital gains? This is 15, 10, 2. Correct. If I tell you per quarter, how much should be per quarter, guys? 75. 7,500 per quarter. Okay, I think I'll stop it here only. I'm going to give you this question in homework, guys. You have to tell me this 3,000 of the capital gain is coming. This will come in which quarter? Is the question clear? Is it in Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4? In which quarter it is going to come? This is your homework. You have to try that, guys. I'll discuss that tomorrow. Is that okay? Question clear, guys? What is the question? Take a screenshot. Done. Okay. Before we wrap, can we quickly revise whatever we have done it today, guys? So that it's easy, we can wrap after that. First of all, it's not my revision, it's your revision, guys. So let's quickly involve in the revision, guys. I'll just keep throwing at the question at you guys. You just answer that question with me. If you want to say double tax entity, don't write double tax entity, just write DT. Just write 1 or 2 letters so that you don't have to type it in that case. We'll do it fast revision, everyone. Okay. How many types of entities we have discussed, guys? How many types of entities we have done? 2 types of entities we have done it. Abhinav, where are 3? 2 types of entities. What are the 2 types, categories of the entities, guys? DT, PT, double tax entity, pass-through entity. Pass-through entity, what are the examples I've given you? 2 examples I've given you for pass-through entity. What is that? S corporation and the partnership. S corporation and the partnership. Good in that case. Basis is nothing my cost everyone. Can basis be negative, everyone? Can basis be negative? No, basis can never be negative. Basis can never be negative, Prajapati. Can basis be zero? Basis can be zero, but basis can never be negative. We discuss anything on the top of the basis. Once you recover, that is going to be your capital gains, everyone. Then we have done step number one. What is the step number one? Quickly type one letter. Step number one, current year's earnings and profit. What is step number two? Accumulated earnings and profit. What is step number three? Return of basis. What is step number four? Capital gains. Okay. Is out of these four steps, which step is going to be taxable dividend for me? 1 and 2 is going to be taxable dividend for me. Absolutely correct. Okay. Out of all the four steps, which step is not going to be taxable for me? Step number 3 is not going to be taxable. Fourth is going to be taxable. Can we have a capital loss in the step number 4? Capital loss is not possible. No values. Whenever I'm selling, then it is going to be capital loss. But in the 4 steps, we will not have a capital loss, guys. Is it possible companies giving cash also, companies giving you asset also? It's possible. Then what should I consider? Net book value or fair market value? Fair market value. If current year is negative, and accumulated is positive, am I going to adjust that? Yes, Abhinav, we have to adjust that. Multiple distributions. How would you adjust current year, guys? How would you adjust the current year? Current year, we are going to adjust proportionately. How would you adjust return of basis, guys? Reduction of the basis. That we are going to adjust now. How would you adjust the accumulated price? That's also good. I'm going to stop it here only, guys. I hope you find the classes helpful. I'll see you guys tomorrow. We'll continue this topic. In fact, I'll continue the multiple distribution only. I'm not done with it yet. I will continue this topic only, everyone. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. We'll start now. All right. Bye-bye. Good night. If you have any doubt, you be in touch with me over the LinkedIn, and I'll be more than happy to answer. Bye-bye. Good night.